Hi, welcome back to the Crypto Dave YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be speaking about my cryptocurrency profits in both my portfolios, and that's my investment portfolio and mining portfolio for June 2017. So it's actually the 3rd of July today. I would have done this on the 1st, but I was quite busy this weekend. So, but if we just have a quick glance at the charts here, you can see on the 1st of July we were at this level here. So it's very similar to a couple of days later. So anyway, I should have done this a couple of days ago, but as promised, here's my overview of what my investment and mining portfolios have done in June 2017. So I think the first thing to say is it's been a really turbulent month for cryptocurrencies this month. As a lot of people have seen, we've seen Bitcoin go to $3,000 for the first time and then drop back to sort of 2,200, 2,300 before sort of recovering a bit. Ethereum hit an all-time high of $400 before dropping back to sort of 250, 300. So we've seen a lot of volatility, and a lot of the altcoins, the other coins that are in my portfolios, have followed similar trends. A lot of coins seem to follow the general trend of whatever kind of Bitcoin does, and although there's kind of fluctuations sort of day to day, the overall trend always seems to be mirroring, you know, certainly Bitcoin and also Ethereum to a certain extent, the big two. So let's get into it. So my investment portfolio, so my acquisition cost here is £2,400, and my profit loss is 12, just under £13 loss at the moment. It's gone up 150 quid in the last 24 hours. The portfolio change over the last month is £1,500, and that's basically just money I've put into it. So if we scroll down to my holdings, you can see here that basically everything I bought in May has performed kind of quite well. That was, you know, some of this was before the big rises in the beginning of June, and you can see here the one big investment that's hit me pretty hard is Stratis, and I invested sort of almost, was it about half a Bitcoin's worth, so it was about £1,100, something like that, £1,100-1,200 the middle of June, and it's I mean, it's down 41% off of that. But the one thing I would say is that I'm not particularly worried about short-term trends within my investment portfolio. I'm only really looking at kind of things that I think, you know, have the potential to be kind of, you know, steady kind of gainers over time. I think Stratis will pick up markedly in the next kind of month or so. You know, I didn't obviously realize it would or predict that it would drop quite so much after I bought it, but you know, that's the nature of cryptocurrencies. Everything else, the two most recent ones, Ethereum, so you know, that is down £13, that's up £9, so they've pretty much cancelled each other out. It just depends which day, you know, I've actually kind of bought them in, whether it's been up or down a little bit. And just to make a note, this one Stratis coin here was when I bought my Stratis, you can actually stake Stratis in the wallet. So I left the wallet mining, and the day after I left it staking, rather, the day after it actually staked an additional Stratis. So it was a little bit of a bonus, but yeah, that's what's really dragged down the portfolio. Doge is down a little bit, but you know, I only had like £100 worth of that anyway. So everything else looks fine. I expect it to make some steady, slow gains this month, but that's really it for now with my investment portfolio. I'll probably be putting a little bit more in on days where things are dropping, but that's it. So if we move over to the mining portfolio, so this really, you know, shows the turbulent time over the last month. So we can see here on the 14th of June it hit a high of about just over $25,000. What's always worth remembering, so a lot of people, when it, you know, this is towards the end of that real kind of peak of Bitcoin and Ethereum's kind of increasing kind of prices, and a lot of people who bought in now, they've seen some small dips and everybody's like, oh, you know, the sky is falling, but you know, let's not forget, I mean, this is just a 1 month chart here, and this portfolio is up, well, over $3,500 over the last month, and it was only a couple of months ago or 3 months ago when Bitcoin was down under $1,000, well under $1,000. So you know, you need to look at things with a slightly longer term focus. So it's sort of been roughly between, for much of the month it made that increase, and then it's dropped down, and it's made gains back up, and then dropped and made gains and dropped, but it's been within that sort of 18 to sort of 22-23,000 for most of the last month, and it seems to have consolidated roughly where it is. It's worth currently $21,350. I don't have a profit loss because I mine these coins. I don't have an acquisition cost on them, so the holdings is basically equals the profit and loss. But if we take just a quick scroll down, as I mentioned before, I'm mining Burstcoin, so that's gone up the amount of Burstcoin I've had. I've mined about just over 9,000 Burstcoin this month. I'm also mining Digibyte, and I've mined about 10,000 Digibyte this month. It was just over 10,000, I think, at the when it rolled over the month, but I started on the 4th, so it's just over 10,000. And I'm also on an old Genesis mining contract, which is still running. I'm getting about 4,000 Doge a month, something like that. I also have a partial stake in a masternode for Dash, so I'm getting a tiny little bit of Dash kind of trickling in it's about normally every 7 or 8 days I get a small amount of that, so I'm just making a note of that. I do have some PivX, but I'm not actually staking it. The staking wallet, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, seems to slightly cause my Burstcoin mining machine to freeze up. So I'm not actually staking PivX anymore, but I've still got the PivX. Digibyte's been quite good. I think what's quite interesting actually, if we look here at Burstcoin, so you can see a Burstcoin is about 1.5 cents at the moment, just over 1.5 cents, and Digibyte is just under 2 cents. So I think although these are completely different coins and working in a very different way, one's proof of work, one's proof of capacity, it will be interesting to see, you know, their coins are worth roughly the same, so it'll be interesting to see over the next kind of 2 or 3 months whether Burstcoin really makes that big kind of breakthrough that a lot of people are predicting in the next 3 or 4 months, or whether Digibyte just, you know, sees a continual kind of climb up. But I personally, I can see Burst being worth maybe 10 cents, something in that nature, by the end of the year, and I think possibly Digibyte could be worth something like 5 cents or more as well. So that's my mining profits. The other thing I'll just mention about Digibyte, I'm mining roughly the same amount of Burst and Digibyte at the moment. So I did about 10,000 Digibyte and about 9,000 Burst. But what I'm seeing is that the last sort of week or so, a few people have switched back, I presume, from Digibyte back to mining other things. When Digibyte had a big increase in price at the beginning of June, a lot of people switched. A lot of people who basically are just mining day to day whatever coin is most profitable switched over to Digibyte. So I'm gaining. So I was probably mining somewhere in the region 200-300 Digibyte a day then, and as you can see here, in the last 24 hours I've mined about 500, and the last few days I'm doing about 500 a day at the moment. So I think the amount of Digibyte I'll be mining is probably going to be closer to 15,000 this month. So that's it. So that's my mining portfolio. That's what it's done. As I said, it reached a high of over 25,000. Now a lot of people would be kind of going, oh, you know, but you know, it's 4,000 down on that. But you know, let's think over the month. I mean, it's gained over 3,500. If we look at it over a kind of couple of months, I've got a year chart here. So I only started, as I said, on the 14th, 15th of May, and it was about $9,000 then. So it's more than doubled in value over the last 2 months, or just under 2 months. So you have to get things in perspective, particularly when you're going through kind of a bad week and your coins are all kind of losing value. But if you think something's got potential in the long time, hold on to it, stick with it, and wait for the profits to start going up again. But anyway, that's just a quick overview of my investment and mining portfolios for June 2017. Leave me any comments below, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.